Alright, the last video I made I showed how to make a Technic 1.7.10 mod pack, and while I was going through it I made a mod pack myself, and I just wanted to show it off and some of the cool things you can do with some of the mods I've chosen in combo for this. Now, I won't go through an entire list, but I'll just go through some of the more important mods. There are obviously Weala at the top here. Let's just go into survival. There's not enough items on the right. You know, you can check recipes for things. So it'll show you how to make wool. It'll show me how to make stone and all the other stuff. I mean, it's more important when you've got more elaborate recipes like these new robots, which I have no idea how to use. So yeah, that's all good and helpful. Now, some of the mods I've chosen, thermal expansion for one, and buildcraft. Now, these mods go incredibly well together because thermal expansion was originally an add-on for buildcraft, but now that it's still very good with it. So here's an example. Here's a tesseract. I think these are really cool. So let's say you had a tank full of oil from an oil rig, and then you wanted to get it home, but you didn't want to build a giant pipeline. These tesseracts are amazing for that. You simply make a frequency, a name, and then you can connect it up. So if I click on oil tanker, tick, and now it's synced. So I can just set this as an output, and it should fill up these tanks with oil from this tank. And it seems to be working just fine. So this even though it's only 3 blocks away, it could be 1,000 blocks away, for instance. Now, you're going to need electricity, or RF in this case. Some mods use EU, some mods use joules, some mods use MJ for Minecraft joules. But this is RF power. And here are some examples of creating RF power. You can use lava in a magmatic dynamo. You can use oil in a compression dynamo. I think you need water in this as well, though, for coolant. Yes, you do. Okay, I completely forgot about that. There's a bit of a graphical glitch. I don't know if that's to do with my texture pack or to do with the version of the mod I'm running, but it shouldn't affect anything gameplay-wise. Set it to date. I forgot that this actually does require solid fuel as well, so something burnable. What have we got? Let's use some wood. So I think you can just chuck wood in there, and it should create steam. I'm not entirely certain how this works. I used to use just mechanism for RF. This seems to have changed a bit. So anyway, yeah, this is a storage unit, a leadstone energy cell, and these conduits are basically wires, so it'll connect up. I started with IC2, and those are the sort of power mods that I'm used to, and it's quite similar, so I didn't have too much trouble learning this one. Anyway, moving on, we've got Mine Factory Reloaded. Now this is part of the same API for thermal expansion, so it goes incredibly well. We've got a portable tank on the top with mob essence, and a creative cell for power. Inside we got a safari net with a pig in it. Now the cool thing about the auto spawner is if you put a safari net in it, provide it with the mob essence, eat up a load of that, it'll start spawning whatever animals in the safari net. You can set exact copy as well, so if it has a special name, it'll spawn the same one. Let's turn that off for now because we don't really want too many pigs. Now another cool thing that I didn't know, because the last time I played anything majorly modded was like Tekkit Lite, Tekkit Classic, is that RF works with quarries, and now Buildcraft uses RF because it used to use MJ. And so if I set this to an output, the quarry will start building, and there's a new animation for that as well, which I really like. And it's pretty fast. It's all going in this deep storage unit. So it'll stop mining. So what the idea is for this mod pack, Project DinoCraft, is that we're going to have a dinosaur park, and we can use quarries to get resources, which I quite like. It's very industrial. It's very, well, these aren't really realistic quarries, but you would use quarrying to get materials in real life. So yeah, it's pretty fast. This is a creative cell, so it's very cheapy. Just can't get it to spoil. But that was done very fast, and that got you quite a lot of dirt. I just wanted to show some compatibility with some of the mods. Item ducts. Now, this is power. Okay. Alright, we'll get to you later. these are redstone energy flux ducts, and these are red net energy cables, and they're very, very similar in power transmission. And this is Mine Factory Reloaded, and this is thermal dynamics. And so we got some ore in here, we got a pulverizer, and we got a redstone furnace. These are item ducts, and these are transport pipes from BuildCraft. So if I set this to an ignored output, we should start seeing some... okay. Oh, no, it's working. Okay, good. So they should go in there, they should get pulverized and doubled. So every one ore, you'll get 2 pulverized iron. And then that should go in the left of that, and you should get the ingot, and the ingot should come out there. It'll speed up once it hits the gold. So that's ore processing. You can make it way more compact than this, and you don't have to use all these mods, obviously. You can just use one, say like thermal expansion, or thermal dynamics in this case. Now, we want to make a dinosaur park, so here's just a dinosaur enclosure. We got 3 raptors, and a pointless button. Uh-oh. I need to take care of these dinosaurs. No one will see. Okay. And also we have a lovely mod called Chisel, which will just let us customize what sort of blocks that we want. So sandstone, you can give it a different texture, and then I'll put it in again and give it another different texture. And the same goes for regular stone. Give it this texture, and I can give it this texture, and it adds more variety to your builds. If you want to use a similar color scheme, you can actually just use the same material, and you don't have to. It's not a massive process to get a new one. So this is just a simple sort of introductory to the new mod pack, Project DinoCraft. I didn't really show this, but I do have Tinker's Construct installed as well, which I don't know how much I'll be using. I recommended it, and I've done it a few times, and I've made some very OP stuff on the mod pack Yogscast Complete. And I don't know whether it's going to fit well, but we're trialing it, and if it does, we'll keep it. If it doesn't, we'll probably get rid of it. Link is in the description on the Technic launcher. There's this texture pack link as well. Fossils Archaeology Revival didn't actually have Sphax, so I used the Faithful 32 textures, which I think still go pretty well. I just wanted to keep sort of the higher resolution feel, although this texture pack is completely optional if you don't want it. There's also a server download if you want to host a server for you and your friends, like I am going to be. I might do a few videos with my mates, just showing off what we might do. They're not going to be consistent or anything. Yes, but anyway, look, here we are. The oil's filled up. Happy days. Alright, and I'll see you in whatever else I do. Goodbye.